The Bumble Bee. From the unrestricted freedom of the open air, a bumblebee flew unwittingly into our conservatory. Within seconds it had bumped and buzzed against an invisible window, and it repeated its actions in bewildered puzzlement. Again and again, in futile frustration, the bumping and buzzing reverberated. It just didn't know what was preventing it flying forwards. So it buzzed and bumped in blind repetition, for that was all it could conceive. Ever more tired and confused, its efforts became more sporadic. It fell onto the sill, near to giving up, gathering strength for a final fling of helpless hope. It didn't know that its plight had already been heard. Two kindly hands with glass tumbler and stiff card were on their way. Sudden entrapment caught the bumble unawares. In furious fear and tight enclosure, its bewilderment was complete. It buzzed ferociously, loudly, fighting in utter ignorance of what was now happening. But by the open patio door, released and now unfettered, it flew skywards, zigzagging in the unexpected joy and relief of freedom, not knowing how, but wonderfully, gloriously free to be itself again. It made me think. How often do I keep bumping along, seeing no progress, refusing to change my ways, not realizing what was preventing me going forward, not knowing what to do, how or where to go, so just keeping safe in old and failing routines, perhaps even too scared to follow a different way that is already there and waiting, not realizing that sometimes the only way forward is to stop, think, listen, be brave enough and wise enough to do something differently. The bumblebee had obstinately been trying too hard. Ultimately, by itself, it could do nothing. If only it knew help was already there. If only I knew. Jesus said, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand." We must give up the mortal self, the arrogance of self-will and selfish pride, the blind and stubborn mortal personality shouting to exist must go and be no more. Right where I am, the door to God's kingdom of heaven is already open, but in the other direction. Love is here, always here. Omnipotent hands outstretched in tenderness and healing. So, be still, trust, yield, feel God's love right now. Know what God knows, and simply rejoice in what you are, His beloved child. Be in the palms of love. Experience true freedom. Even in the depths of despair, we can, in sweet self-surrender, turn and find we are already in God's heavenly kingdom, in love's care and protection. Love liberates, removes all shackles, exempts from all fear, for God is love. We live in the absolute liberty of spiritual being, wonderfully, gloriously free. If only we would stop and see. Humble Bee.